Hey. Hello, how are you doing today, Steve? I'm Kamaria with Aerotek.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I just came today to follow up from the last meeting where we talked about potentially providing some employees for you guys with the forklift options that you guys were having.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
appreciate it. I definitely, yeah, we're ready to get moving on some folks. We need to get this going pretty quickly.
Yeah. Do you know about when that you were thinking?
Yeah, I mean, we got that shipment in. Basically, every quarter we get a huge shipment in. We got that in like 2 weeks ago, and we're still behind schedule on moving it. So I mean, I need them. I'd likely want them to have somebody tomorrow would be the best.
Okay, by tomorrow. And were you still thinking that 10 people was about accurate, or because we're behind schedule, were you potentially wanting to get more forklift operators in?
No, I'm only approved to get 10 right now. So I mean, if I get any less, I'm not going to be able to fill it. But if I get any more, I'm not going to be able to pay for them all. So I mean, 10's probably going to be the best bet for me.
Okay, yeah, no, we could definitely stick with 10. We're still thinking 50 hours a week, maybe including weekends.
Yeah, no, 50 hours a week is definitely on average for what most of these people are working. I mean, for these contract workers, I can't afford to give them too much overtime, so I'm dialed in at 50.
All right, were there any specific things about these employees that you needed their resumes to match with, just so that I'm giving you guys people that do fit with the organization?
So my biggest thing is, this being a tight turnaround. Like I know tomorrow sounds like it's crazy, but I mean, is that even realistic for you guys?
Tomorrow is a little bit tight, but because we have been working with you guys and hoping to be able to make this work, we already do have some potential people lined up. So after this meeting, if everything goes smoothly, I could definitely give them a call and see if they would be able to come in tomorrow.
Okay. So my biggest thing right now is that we're not just on a tight schedule when we need these people. We're on a tight schedule for future projects. Like if we can get this thing done pretty quickly, like I'm thinking within like the next 2 to 3 months, that's going to give me an opportunity to move forward with some other projects that we have where we've got a lot riding on this, not just for our company, but for a lot of people who are involved in it. So as far as like specific skill sets, man, I really want them to just have, the ability to operate the forklift, but like have their resume reflect that, and then also some references that reflect it as well. Their supervisors or whatever. But I don't necessarily need a certification for it, but if they have it, that's a huge plus.
Okay, so I understand that you guys need people very quickly. I'm willing to look in our system and try and bring them in as quickly as possible. Do they all need to start tomorrow, or is it okay if I can bring in what we have tomorrow and then the rest of the 10 within the next week for sure? Would that work for you guys, or do you want a date?
Well, I mean, so I don't know how often I don't know how long you've been doing this. It looks like you're pretty young for the role, but as far as like being able to deliver on this type of like time frame where we're talking about, I need somebody tomorrow. Realistically, I would have liked to have had them last week. I mean, how do you feel like you're going to be able to get that? Because you're saying maybe you can have them tomorrow. Like you feel comfortable and confident that you could have 10 people tomorrow, or I mean, are we talking 10 people within the next week? And maybe I missed you there. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like for you.
So if you need 10 people tomorrow, I can go ahead and contact the 10 best fit that we do have ready to come join. But 24 hours for those people we do have in mind might not work if they do have commitments for tomorrow. So I want to get these 10 people in tomorrow, but if not, I will definitely be able to get them in starting within the next week, ready to go.
Okay. So what what is this going to cost me?
So right now, what we are trying to work with is $15 an hour per person. And that way, just so we can cover our expenses and pay them as well. Does that sound like something that might fit your guys' budget or?
So I mean, we were really looking to get them around the $12 an hour. That's kind of what we were looking at. I don't know. I don't really know if I could do the 15.
The 15. So, with the $15 an hour, all 10 people would be able to come in and work. Was there really, like, what was the biggest concern with that price? Or
So basically, what we're looking at is with these 10 people, and we're paying them. If we're paying them $15 an hour, I've got about 15. I've got 1,500 an hour. So essentially, is what I'm looking at, and that's a huge uptick for us to take on for the next 3 months. So we're really concerned about that.
yeah, well, actually, if you look at it for 10 people, $15 an hour would only be $150 an hour. It wouldn't be 1,500. So I think if you divide the scale you were thinking by 10, it might be a little bit more realistic for you guys.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I messed my math up there. No, that's really cool. No, I think that's going to be something that we can definitely go for. In that case, yeah, we want to make sure that we're doing our best to get that right.
All right, so I could definitely go ahead and contact all those people right now if you like. I know you only had 10 minutes to talk today, and I go ahead and follow up with an email with you, or maybe get on a phone call later this afternoon. That way I can send you everybody's resumes and get their start times to come in the morning.
Yeah, perfect. I think if you can do that and provide us with everything that we need on that, we'll definitely feel comfortable.
All right, well, that sounds great. I look forward to emailing you, and we will be in touch.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.